why Nigerians, we have become so edgy now. Maybe because of the food we eat now. We eat so much of Maggi. We have become so impatient that we don't want to listen to each other. We don't want to, provide solutions that will be workable to our country. Mr. Speaker, I sit here, my colleague is saying the cattle, the herdman, values his cows more than the lives.
Can you imagine the audacity this element is using to speak such acts in public? Saying that the life of cow, is better than the life of those they are buying. Can you imagine? Guys, let me just allow you watch the video. Listen to the whole video. It's very low. There is 2-in-1 video. But please, before you watch this video, ensure you help me and share this video. Every Nigerian must hear this video. Please help me give it a thumbs up so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend it to others. All right. Thanks and God bless you.
A senator who is living in Asokoro is telling us that a Fulani man does not ask you for school, does not ask you for better house, somebody that you are representing. Now, Ijoma, morally, does that person qualify to be in that house?
Seriously, they need to have a proper selection in this government, because the kind of people that are there, I don't even understand how they even use to reason. You are saying that you are advising that, or you are in support of the Fulani herdsmen in what they are doing because you think that the life of the cows are better than the life of the human beings they are killing. You could imagine that. And you saw a video where the cows were busy invading people's farmland, eating up their crops. How would they now yield productivity in Nigeria? How would they yield productivity in the East? Because you could imagine these cows eating up people's crops, people's hard-earned crops and hard work. And also, Dokubu Asari came out to say that, that Tinubu should just give Igbos their Biafra, and they should call up all the Igbos, call Nnamdi Kanu, release Nnamdi Kanu, and then give them their Biafra so that peace will reign. This is what the Basari told Tinubu, and I'll allow you guys to just hear it.
If it were only myself, if I'm the president, I will give Igbos the right to go and have their Biafra. And anybody from Delta or anywhere who want to join them should join them to have their Biafra. After all, Lesotho is in the center of South Africa, so that they will have their Biafra. We don't need them. We don't need Igbo. We don't need them. Let them go. Mr. President, let all the other nationalities, let us meet. If Igbo said they want to go, let us allow them to go. It's not just in Nnamdi Kanu. Let us meet. Let us convoke a conference. I will stand. We will remain. Let us allow them to go. Within the identified borders, as long as they will never come and irritate us any longer, they will stay in their Biafra. And from today, I want to start the movement. Let the Igbos go. That is my new movement now. Let the Igbos go. Let them go. We will see who will blink first. The President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I am begging you in the name of God, please and please, all the political stakeholders in the North, everybody, how long will we continue to have this irritation among us? How long will we continue to have this irritation?
I don't know why Nigerians, we have become so edgy now. Maybe because of the food we eat now. We eat so much of Maggi. We have become so impatient that we don't want to listen to each other. We don't want to, provide solutions that will be workable to our country. Mr. Speaker, I sit here, my colleague is saying the cattle, the herdman, values his cows more than the lives he is killing, which is not true. You can't sit down here and just make conclusions. Yes, the herdsman values even the life of the cow more than his own life. That is how God has created him.
No cow, not even 10 billion cow, is up or has enough value like a human being. It's not one human life. So when you say God has created them in such a manner that they value their cows more than human beings, I find that very insulting and demeaning.
Yes, I accepted that is their culture. Let those senators, I think, how many of them? 5 of them. Let them tell us the place, the bush their own children are rearing cow. Let's start from them. It's their culture. It's a good work. It's something that we should encourage. They should tell us how many children they have. Where are they? Their children are in UK, in US, attending the best school with the money, the constituency allowance they gave them. Because
but are you aware that some of these senators are farmers and they own some of these cows?
That is what I'm saying now. That is what they tell us. Are you know what I'm saying? They should tell us their own children. Are you know what I'm saying? Their grandchildren. Where are they? If you should, before you say that it's good, you should allow open grazing migration. We should encourage it. That children should come out of school and enter inside bush and start rearing cow. Let their children, where are their children? They should, like I expected, I think that's Danjuma Agoje, former governor of Gombe State. You should have told us that I have 5 children. All of them are inside bush as I'm talking to
Adamu Alero.
Adamu Alero also.
Yes.
They should be able to say, I have 7 children. As I speak to you, all of them are inside bush now, rearing cows. That is when we take him serious. So now, I'm here to talk about the law, which they want to use to justify their submissions. Now, section 41 they are talking about is talking about right to freedom of movement. Assuming without conceding that the right, they are talking about they are restricting people. You have a right, freedom of movement. That does not mean that I should enter into your farm as I like and destroy your crops. In every right, there must be exception. Now, it's talk about right to freedom from discrimination, section 42. Discriminating against who? Are they the only people that are rearing cows? They are trying to tell us that it's only Fulanis, it's only Hausas that are rearing cows. There are some people, other tribes that are also into that business. Now, the point we are making is that this particular section does not apply. That does not mean that probably when you have your cow, you have your ranch, after grooming them, you can carry them to southeast in your lorry to go and sell. Not to moving them inside somebody's farm, as I think I saw one of the video you show here, how they are destroying, the cows are destroying somebody's crops. So the right we are also talking about, just like what the Senate President said, is for human beings and not for animals. So they coming to tell us that it offends the provisions of section 41 and section 42 of freedom of movement and freedom of discrimination, it doesn't work. And telling us that enacting that bill will invalidate the provisions of the section 42 and 41 and 42 of the Constitution. May I also inform him that he should read section 45 very well. Look at, in fact, let me start to read that section 41 he talks about. He said, nothing in subsection 1 of this section shall invalidate any law that is reasonably justified in a democratic society. I'm talking about the section 41 he's talking about. Then you talk about the restriction. When we started, I told you that in every law, in the enforcement of fundamental rights we are talking about, there are the restrictions and the derogations from the fundamental rights. What are the restrictions? What are the derogations? That are talking about the exceptions. Now, if you watch this, he said, nothing in these sections, we are talking about section 41, section 37, nothing in these sections of this constitution shall invalidate any law that is reasonably justified in a democratic society. In the interest of defense, public safety, public order, and the public morality and public health. B, for the purpose of protecting rights and the freedom of other persons. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. Then 2 said, an act of National Assembly shall not be invalidated by only reason that it provides for taking during periods of emergency or measures that derogate from the provisions of these sections. Now, what this law is talking about is that where your own right stop is where another person's right continue. So you cannot say that you have the right of freedom of movement. You start moving your cows from somebody's farm, destroying their farmland, destroying all their crops in the name of rearing cows. And when they arrest you, you say, no, I have freedom of movement. It doesn't apply. Then secondly, morally, this particular open grazing migration has created more harm than good in this country. Many people, it has, when we started having herders and farmers clash, that resulted in loss of life, both in Jos, in Benue, in all parts of the country, is as a result of this open migration. And this is something that would have done earlier before now. But because of President Buhari, that time, you can see the former Senate president talking about it. Do you know why he was unable to talk about it that time? Because he's watching the body movement of Buhari that time. Because there is a way he will talk. Buhari will ask the former EFCC chairman to go and get him arrested. So everybody was afraid of him that time. Now that he feels that he's free, you can see that he's speaking out. So this particular law, anybody that is opposing it is an enemy to this democracy and development of this country. Because many people, many children, many destinies has been destroyed as a result of this law. Because one, just imagine somebody that is 7 years, you have started living in the bush. You don't even know what is school. You need to see all these children. 5 years, living inside the bush. As we are talking now, some people are inside the bush. As they are moving, any place is dark, that they will just see that place as their own farmland. And who are the owners of all those cows? These are the senators we are seeing. These are the owners of all those cows. Impoverishing these people so that they will not start reasoning like a human being, so that they will not ask them questions. So that's why I'm calling, if it will be possible, let the people that are representing, let them exercise their power under Section 69 and start recalling them. They are not even